Thank you, Mr. Speaker. This amendment is quite similar to the prior one, but it wouldn't just strip the cash out of the bill. It would not require further security assistance to Ukraine. And I offer this amendment because the Biden administration is sleepwalking our great country into a world war. The American people did not sign up for this, and I believe Congress needs to have the solemnity to be able to stop this madness. I miss the days when Democrats used to be anti-war. And I listened with great interest as the ranking member, who I have great respect for, said the goal of this entire Ukraine-U.S. enterprise is to ensure that we are not going to war with Russia. And that is a bit odd to hear after several Democrats have taken to this floor and media outlets to suggest we are at war with Russia. It was, in fact, the gentleman from Maryland, Mr. Hoyer, who came to this floor and said, we are at war with Russia. It was the gentleman from Massachusetts who just spoke on the prior amendment, who said functionally the same thing. I do not want to go to war with Russia, and I don't think the American people do either, and that does not make anyone pro-Putin. I would similarly observe that part of the funding assistance that we are providing to Ukraine has nothing to do with the military. In this country, we have cops, we have firemen, we have teachers who wonder whether or not their pension fund is going to be sufficient to cover their life for the service that they have given. And while that is a question in our country, it's no question in Ukraine, because the American taxpayer is underwriting all of the pensions for every single government official in Ukraine, and we don't do that for the people who put out our fires and protect our streets. Similarly, how can we continue to just send all this money when there's a lack of accountability? The Pentagon has to fess up that they have multi-billion-dollar accounting errors in this space. And when we had the Inspector General before our House Armed Services Committee, he could not testify that our country had followed our own requirements and our own laws regarding the end-use monitoring of equipment that we are sending into a combat zone. We have unfunded needs in our own military, and I support the NDAA. I'm grateful that we've done a lot of work, but even with this NDAA, in America, there will be hangars that are rusting out. In America, there will be platforms that need upgrades, and they will go wanting, while Ukraine seems to have an unlimited amount of support in this Congress that is unwarranted. 40% of our training aircraft can't even fly in this country because we don't have sufficient parts to be able to get it to them. This war will end anytime those folks in Europe want it to. But they keep buying the Russian gas, and they keep expecting all of us in America to subsidize Europe's defense while they provide some massive social welfare state. I'm not for it, and that's why I would encourage my colleagues to vote for my amendment, and I reserve.